I only have three words to say today, and that is go Oilers go. So that is oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong show. He said, don't you talk about sports. This is supposed to be a technology show. All right, I won't say any more about that, but we are excited in Canada about the final game of the Stanley Cup tonight, and hopefully the Oilers win. Anyway, welcome to Tech for Senior. I'm Ron Brown, and this actually is a show about technology, not sports. And we're going to have a great lineup for you today. Lots of interesting things to talk about. For those of you who watched our Thursday show on Thursday last week, we talked a lot about AI computers. And we already have some people that have gone and bought AI computers at Best Buy. Before you do that, I just put a video out this morning. We'll play it on the show probably in a couple of weeks, but I wanted to get it out right away on AI computers, what you need to know before you go and buy it. And we're also going to be talking more about that on this Thursday show about some of the reviews of the new computers that are already out there. So if you do go to Best Buy and you are thinking about a new machine, then for sure you will be, there's big ads and everything in about the new AI technology. So again, lots to learn and lots happening. We will, first of all, I want to thank again Carl for his generous donation today to our coffee fund. It is still open, even though we had our drive on early January. If you do have some extra cash, we always appreciate that. It helps us continue with all our different programs that we do. We are coming up close to a milestone at Tech for Senior. We're reaching close to 10,000 subscribers. And I know that when Chris and Jim reached their 10,000, we helped them push right over the top and got going on that. So we're very close, and that should happen very shortly. So we are excited about that. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim. Thanks so much. For our premier education video today, we have a star-studded panel. We have, of course, Bill James talking on Mac versus Windows operating system. Mike Ungerman's going to talk about purchasing an EV in 2023. I still think that's very applicable this year. He had a lot of good points to look at. And Bob's going to talk about unmasking the hot rat. Now, you have to watch the video to find out about what a hot rat is. So anyway, we stay tuned. That will be coming up at 1/2 Now, let me just I'll remove the spotlight. Let me introduce everybody today. Huey, how goes you?
I'm doing fine. I also have a coffee fund. It's still open on my website. Also, I do a Let's Talk AI once a month for the Sarasota Technology User Group, and it's coming up this Friday. And I decided I'm getting enough people to put a newsletter together. And because things are advancing so much, I want to send something out. And so I made up a template. I sent out the first edition. If you're interested in AI and interested in joining us, send a note to me and I will add you to the list. I'm doing it all manually because I want to control it. And so there's not a lot of things that you have to sign into and do a lot of things. And the newsletter does have the link for the meeting.
So tell us about your video you produced for the
Which
newsletter.
one?
For the newsletter.
Oh, the newsletter. That's one where it's me talking and my mouth is moving, but it's words, text to video. I've got a lot of those. I also did one with Ron talking in Spanish and in Hindi, which he doesn't speak, and it's really well done. It's not cheap if you want to subscribe to it, but I'm going to put a video and I'm going to put the three of them together in one video. It's just amazing the different things that they're coming out with in AI.
They don't believe us that we're going to be in the afterworld doing this. This is true. We're going to really do it, right, Huey?
Absolutely.
Ray.
I'll hunt you for years.
Yeah. Ray, go ahead. How the heck are you?
Well, I'm doing fine. And talking about the AI in the music world, more and more songs are being created by AI. So at my computer club the other night, I played 3 1-minute clips of a song. I said, what do they all have in common? And nobody had any idea. Well, they're all AI created. And I'm going to do that tonight from another club I'm part of. That you're going to see there's more and more music, and the whole thing of copyright still has yet to be decided.
Isn't that cheating though? Isn't making a music up on AI, isn't that sort of not, that's sort of not real?
There are lots of opinions there.
Oh,
Opinions.
okay.
I mean, if you really like the song, then you're really upset that it wasn't originally created.
All right. Okay. All right. And Bob, you're gonna, so I'm interested because if you wanted to buy a car this weekend, you were out of luck, right?
Yeah, we'll get into that with the security news roundup.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's what's happening. All right. And Bill James, have they started construction on the new building yet?
I'll let you know.
Yeah. Yeah. The tallest building in
I'll
the
have-
United States.
I'll have camera in hand and take a photo of the first shovel of dirt.
You know, it's going to be a big problem with drones. Everyone's going to want to fly the drone over there and get pictures, right? It's going to be drone problems around that.
Oh, I'm just hoping I live long enough to see all of this.
And then Chris and Jim, you had a great show. Go Panthers, go! You had a good show on Sunday. That was well attended. Eh?
Sorry. Hey.
Yeah, hey, how you doing? And we're not the only ones that want the Panthers to go. So is that...
Yeah.
Yeah, good show. I'll put the link in the chat here, and we'll be able
Genealogy,
to see it.
genealogy is a popular topic, isn't it?
Yeah, and one that I have refused to get into because I know it is a deep rabbit hole. Once you get
And nobody's
started.
interested in this artificial intelligence stuff. So
Right.
there's, you know,
Exactly.
Right, so it's a good one.
It's a good one.
I don't know if you
And
can
I
see
need-
that.
No, hold it right in front of your face.
Hold
Then we
on.
can see
I have
it.
to unblur my. This is my family's genealogy book.
hold it in
Oh.
front of your face, and we can see it.
It's like 200 and some pages that my relatives have put together.
Oh.
Wow.
That's
Brand
great.
new,
Wow.
fresh off the press.
Oh.
Awesome.
Interesting.
Did they use AI to make that?
No, I don't think, not yet.
Mm.
That'd be something I do.
And you can do it.
Yeah, a lot of the genealogy sites. Wow, some of the stuff she showed was just amazing.
I wish
Yeah.
I would have been aware of that.
Next one.
Next one, I'll do
Well, it's
that.
recorded. You're gonna, you'll have the link up to the show, won't you? Is it up now or for your
Yeah,
online?
he's getting it. It'll be
Okay.
on the chat. Yeah, oh yeah,
Okay.
it's up. It's ready.
Okay, good. Thanks. All right, Bob, are you ready to roll?
I'm always ready to roll.
Okay.
Want me to on so I can.
Here is my security news roundup for the week ending June 21st, 2024. Meta pauses AI training on EU user data amid privacy concerns. Meta on Friday said it's delaying its efforts to train the company's large language models using public content shared by adult users on Facebook and Instagram in the European Union following a request from the Irish Data Protection Commission. The company expressed disappointment at having to put its AI plans on pause, stating it had taken into account feedback from regulators and data protection authorities in the region. At issue is Meta's plan to use personal data to train its artificial intelligence models without seeking users' explicit consent. EU today, US tomorrow. Read more at thehackernews.com. Hackers exploit legitimate websites to deliver bad space Windows backdoor. Legitimate but compromised websites are being used as a conduit to deliver a Windows backdoor dubbed bad space under the guise of fake browser updates. The threat actor employs a multi-stage attack chain involving an infected website, a command and control server, in some cases a fake browser update, and a JScript downloader to deploy a backdoor into the victim's system. German cybersecurity company G-Data said in a report, "It all starts with a compromised website, including those built on WordPress to inject code that incorporates logic to determine if a user has visited the site before." Read more at ℙ𝕝𝕝𝕠𝕄.com. ASUS patches critical authentication bypass flaw in multiple router models. ASUS has shipped software updates to address a critical security flaw impacting its routers that could be exploited by malicious actors to bypass authentication. Certain ASUS router models have authentication bypass vulnerability, allowing unauthenticated remote attackers to log in the device. According to a description of the flaw shared by the Taiwan Computer Emergency Response Team Coordination Center, also patched by the Taiwanese company, is a high-severity buffer overflow flaw that could be weaponized by remote attackers with administrative privileges to execute arbitrary commands on the device. If you have an ASUS router, update ASAP. Read more at ℙ𝕝𝕝𝕠𝕄.com. Hacker breaches Tile's international systems, compromises customer data. A hacker has successfully breached the internal systems of Tile, a company known for its location tracking devices, and stolen sensitive customer information. As reported by 404 Media, the stolen data includes customer names, physical addresses, email addresses, and phone numbers. Notably, the hacker did not obtain the location of Tile devices, which are used to track items like keys and wallets. The hacker reportedly accessed the system using login credentials believed to belong to a former Tile employee. According to Life360, Tile's parent company, the breach was addressed and emphasizing that the platform accessed contained limited customer information. Read more at androidauthority.com. Perplexity is a BS machine. A Wired investigation shows that the AI-powered search startup Forbes has accused of stealing its content is surreptitiously scraping and making things up out of thin air. A Wired analysis, and one carried out by developer Rob Knight, suggests that Perplexity is able to achieve this partly through apparently ignoring a widely accepted web standard known as the Robots Exclusion Protocol to surreptitiously scrape areas of websites that operators do not want accessed by bots, despite claiming that it won't. Get the whole story at Wired.com. TikTok child privacy case referred to Justice Department. The U.S. Federal Trade Commission referred a complaint against ByteDance Inc. TikTok to the Justice Department, setting up a potentially consequential government probe into the company's handling of user data. Our investigation found reason to believe that TikTok is violating or about to violate the FTC Act and the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, FTC Chair Lina Khan said in a social media post Tuesday. Read more at finance.yahoo.com. Cyber attack disrupts auto dealerships across U.S. An ongoing cyber attack at a company called CDK Global has had the ripple effect of disrupting IT operations at potentially thousands of auto dealerships across the U.S. On Wednesday, various employees at U.S. car dealers began reporting problems with using CDK's software, which serves 15,000 auto retail locations throughout North America. CDK's software is designed to help dealers sell cars online and in person while offering other tools to manage finances and boost profits. As a result, the cyber attack seems to have forced many auto dealerships to halt crucial operations. Read more at PCMag.com. U.S. bans sale of Kaspersky software, citing security risks from Russia. The U.S. government announced on Thursday that it is banning the sale of Kaspersky antivirus in the country and is asking Americans who use the software to switch to a different provider. The Commerce Department's Bureau of Industry and Security said it imposed the first of its kind ban, arguing that Kaspersky threatens U.S. national security and users' privacy because the company is based in Russia. Russia has shown it has the capacity and, even more than that, the intent to exploit Russian companies like Kaspersky to collect and weaponize the personal information of Americans. Read more at TechCrunch.com. This week's must-see on my YouTube channel. The concept of a smart home has evolved dramatically over the past decade. And as we step into 2024, the integration of technology into our living spaces has become more seamless and sophisticated than ever. Please watch my video on that topic by following the link listed. Did you know? Cows have best friends. Cows form close friendships and prefer to spend much of their time with 2 to 4 preferred individuals in their herd. Starfish have no blood and instead use seawater filtered by their bodies to move nutrients around. Just thought you might want to know. I guess what everybody wants more than anything else is to be loved. Thanks to Ella Fitzgerald. You have to train your mind as much as your body. Thanks to Venus Williams. And that's a wrap for this week's Security News Roundup. Stay safe, stay secure, and I hope to see you next week. Bye-bye, and thanks for watching and listening.
Thanks, Bob. A couple of biggies there, about the car. That I think that's really interesting about that really prevented, I think it completely shut down the whole, all their servers were all shut down when on the car software. That was a big,
well, the 15,000 dealers that use it. Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot of cars. And the other one, of course, and I just went on Best Buy, and Best Buy still has Kaspersky up for, on their site for sale at Best Buy. So be interesting to see.
They won't for long.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
At least not at the moment.
Yeah, interesting. Good one. All right. Well, thanks for keeping us updated. That was some good information. Now, Bill James has been spending his money, and he wants to tell us how to spend it safely on eBay, his latest purchase, and how he goes about this. Bill, take it away.
Shopping on eBay. It's not as a daunting experience as it might seem. The very first item I purchased was a microwave oven in the early days of eBay and the internet. Since then, I've made dozens of purchases from unlocked cell phones to vintage candlestick holders. And I've not been disappointed or made a bad transaction in the 30 plus years or so that I've been using eBay. So what is eBay? It's an American company, often stylized in rainbow colors, a multinational e-commerce company based in San Jose, California, that brokers customer to customer and retail sales through online marketplaces in 190 markets worldwide. And it occurs via online auctions or a buy now instant sales, and the company charges commissions to sellers completed sales. eBay was founded by Pierre Omidyar in September of 1995, and it has 132 million yearly active buyers worldwide and handled $73 billion in transactions in 2023. 48% of which was in the United States. eBay is used by individuals, companies, as well as governments to purchase and sell almost any legal, non-controversial item. And the eBay services is accessible via websites and mobile apps. A funny story. eBay was founded as Auction Web in California on September 3rd, 1995, again by French-born Iranian-American computer programmer Pierre Omidyar, as a hobby to make some extra money. One of the first items sold on Auction Web was a broken laser pointer for $14.83. Astonished, Omidyar contacted the winning bidder to ask if he understood that the laser pointer was broken. The buyer explained, "I'm a collector of broken laser pointers." The rest of the story is history. There are a number of reasons why you should consider a purchase through eBay. First, finding rare or obsolete items, bargain hunting for slightly used items, new items from overstocked inventory, and the excitement of bidding and winning. My recent purchase with eBay was a laptop computer. It's a Microsoft Surface 2. It was an i7 1.9 gigahertz with a 1.9 gigahertz CPU. It had 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigabytes of solid state drive, Windows 11 Professional. It was $170 plus $15 tax and $12 shipping for a total cost of $198.40. And I'll show you this item. This is a typical eBay web page. And as you can see, I'll scroll down. This is the item that I bought. It was advertised at $170. And of course, now there was, I told you, the number of available, which now currently is out of stock. It gave me the shipping cost. It told me when it's going to be delivered. And the most important thing that I was interested in was its return policy. It said I could return this item in 30 days if it was not satisfactory. And of course, there's a picture of the item. And then I went down further and looked at the specs. Now, I wanted a specific item I was looking for. I wasn't really concerned about the price point, but I was concerned about not having to pay. I should say I was concerned about the price point. I wasn't concerned. I didn't want to pay full price for an item at this particular time. So it gave me the specifics of what this item was, and from the seller. So I had a pretty good idea of what I was buying. And so I went ahead, and it was a buy now item, so I just went ahead and purchased it. So to continue on, what I received was a laptop that appeared to be in a nearly new condition. There was no visible blemishes on the screen or the case. So I've been quite pleased with my purchase. So if you haven't set up an eBay account, it involves a few straightforward steps. First, visit the eBay website and click on the register button, and you can choose to sign up with an email address or through your Google or Facebook account. Fill in the required details, including your name, email address, and a password of your choosing. Once you've entered the information, click Create Account, and you may also need to verify your email address by clicking on a link sent to your inbox. After verification, you can customize your account by adding a profile picture and additional contact information. To start buying or selling, you may need to link a payment method such as PayPal or a credit card and provide a shipping address. Once these steps are completed, you can explore the marketplace, bid on items, or list your own items for sale. So how do you shop for things that you want or need? And here's some of the best practices. You want to utilize eBay's powerful search engine. You can use a few keywords and usually come up with the results you are looking for, from a rare shot glass to a vintage automobile. In this case, I was looking for a Microsoft Surface laptop, and that's what I put in the search box on the eBay site. And of course, after that, you want to read the fine print. Don't buy the first listing you see. Take time to review all the listings that are presented. The sellers are very good at describing their sales items in detail. eBay has standardized their listings to be uniform, which makes it easy to choose the right item. The most expensive item may not be the best, and vice versa. For example, I recently, when I went shopping for the Pacific laptop computer, I was presented with many offerings in a variety of price ranges. After carefully reviewing all the listings, I selected the least expensive because it met all the requirements that I was looking for. You also want to watch for shipping costs. The price in bold print may not be the final price. Shipping costs will be noted, but not as prominent as the advertised price. Some sellers offer free shipping, or shipping is included in the sales price. You want to communicate with your seller. If you have questions about a particular item, there are means within the sales page to make inquiries. The seller is required to return an answer within 24 hours or less. Positive feedback is very important to sellers. eBay encourages honest and constructive feedback between buyers and sellers. The platform also provides mechanisms for resolving disputes, such as eBay's money-back guarantee, which protects buyers in case of fraud or significantly not as described items. You can bid or buy now. In the early days of eBay, items were put up for bid. Most recently, items are also available through buy now or a combination of both. Bid items are available for bid for a number of days, hours, and are sold to the highest bidder. The seller sets incremental amounts and reserves that must be met. The bidder is notified if they are outbid. You also can set up an automated bid for the amount of your choosing. If the item is also advertised as a buy now, bidding on it removes that option, making the item no longer available to be sold as buy now. You also may encounter a best offer under buy now. A reserve may be set here as well, and the seller can accept or reject your offer. Warranty and returns are offered at the seller's option. If this policy is unclear or not noted, communicate with the seller. Forms of payment. In the early days of eBay, PayPal was the default form of payment. As a matter of fact, PayPal quickly gained popularity as a preferred payment method for online transactions due to its ease of use and security features. eBay acquired PayPal in October of 2002 for $1.5 billion in stock. In July of 2015, eBay and PayPal separated into two separate publicly traded companies. But despite the split, PayPal continues to serve as a primary payment option for eBay up in 2020, when they began transitioning to new payment systems. So now eBay accepts a variety of safe and secure payment methods. You can use credit cards, debit cards, of course, PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Pay, payment upon collection. However, checks, money orders, and bank wire transfers aren't allowed for most eBay purchases. But you should check with your seller if you have some questions about the form of payment you wish to use. Another thing that you should do is that when you're in the process of using eBay, you need to know the item, have a working knowledge of what you are looking for. Use the same shopping skills you use for everyday shopping. Research the item of interest through other outlets for price and specifications. On used items, don't get hung up on appearances if it doesn't affect functionality. For instance, if it has just a few scrapes or scratches, it's not really important for the operation of the item. But say, for instance, if you're buying a computer and if it has a cracked screen, then that's a whole nother issue. So you want to recognize the differences between the item being sold for parts and one that is being sold for actual use. So my final thoughts are shopping on eBay offers a unique, diverse experience, blending the excitement of auctions with the convenience of instant purchasing. With a vast array of products ranging from rare collectibles to everyday essentials, eBay caters to a wide range of interests and needs. Buyers can often find great deals and unique items that may not be available elsewhere. However, it's essential to be mindful of the seller's ratings and reviews to ensure a safe and satisfactory transaction. Utilizing eBay's buyer protection policies can also provide additional peace of mind. Overall, eBay remains a valuable platform for both casual shoppers and dedicated collectors, offering a dynamic and engaging online shopping environment. By the way, I'm using that very computer that I purchased today, and it's working flawlessly, and I wish you happy bidding. I'm Bill James for Tech for Seniors.
Thanks, Bill. Did you get a sense of the person who you bought it from? Was it a company selling used computers, or was it a private individual selling a computer they had and just wanted to get rid of it? What was your sense?
It was a company that was selling used computers. And
Okay,
I
so they
suppose they probably, picked these up from, apparently they were two, and they
right.
picked them up somehow, but they were just barely used, at least the one I have. I mean, even they have an Alcantara, the surfaces have a kind of a suede-like covering on the palm pads, and there's no wear or discoloration that was actually used.
Hmm.
The computer has been working perfectly. It's the one I'm using as we speak today.
Now you'd indicated what you bought it for. What was the list price? What was the price difference between a new one and a?
This price, if this was purchased new in 2018, was around
Oh,
$2,100.
really? That's a good deal then.
Really, and
Yeah.
it has Windows 11 Pro, and it hasn't
Yeah, it's a good deal.
had a hiccup.
Great.
And one of the things that I do is that, of course, I think everyone's aware of, I put everything in the cloud. And so when I got the computer, the operating system was already installed. All I did was just put in my Microsoft account and all my settings and everything. Um,
Okay, yeah, just brought it up.
brought it up,
Yeah,
and
cool.
I
All
was
right.
able to use the computer within the next hour or so.
Yeah, that's good. Well, good deal. Now, Ray actually talked on eBay as well. So I know Ray does purchases on eBay. He actually did a video a couple of years ago, maybe about purchasing on eBay as well. Speaking of Ray, of course, has his Samsung phone, which is getting smarter, but Ray's catching up to the smarts on the phone. So he wants to talk all about learning AI on his new Samsung phone. Take
Yes,
it away, Ray.
okay, thank you. And I'm going to do it as a recording I made. So this is the first time I'm trying this. So let's hope it works out the way I'm hoping it will. And so the Samsung One UI version 6.1. It's based on Android 14, and it brings Galaxy a variety of AI features. This update for Samsung devices was announced at the end of April, and like most updates, it is being rolled out over several months. The opportunity to update my Galaxy Flip 5 arrived last week. The download and installation was quick, being completed in just under 4 minutes. Now, the One UI 6.0 has been available since 2022, and the updated 6.1 version was first introduced with the Galaxy S24 several months ago. Much of the following text has been copied in part from the Samsung website. Now, there's a wide range of devices are going to be receiving this update. There's a list of all the phones and other devices. Now, the devices are currently scheduled to receive the update, but even older models that fall under the Samsung 4th generation update promise they're going to receive the updates as well at a later date. Now, the One UI 6.1 update, Galaxy AI features, all of these items are included in the update. So I'm going to go through each one of them now one by one and give you just a brief idea of what they entail. Now, this one is called Circle to Search. And after you select an item that you see on your screen, you can do that either by circling or tapping it. Google will provide relevant search results. For example, it will allow you to identify the item in the photo or ask more complex questions about it without leaving the page you're on. Then we have what's known as Chat Assist. So the tone and wording suggestions. Chat Assist reviews your text before sending and suggests rewording to match the desired tone. For instance, it can make your message sound more professional or casual. And then also translation. The feature seamlessly translates both incoming and outgoing chats in real time, supporting 13 different languages. No need for separate translation apps during conversations. Also has a spelling and grammar check. That this Chat Assist will help fix grammar and spelling errors in your messages. Another one is called Interpreter. Now, the Samsung Interpreter is a feature that allows you to have real-time conversations without being hindered by language barriers, making communication more accessible across diverse linguistic backgrounds. As you speak into the microphone, the app will audibly translate what you say and display a transcription in your original language, as well as a written translation in the second person's language. It's like having your own personal interpreter. Along with that, it's called Live Translate. Now, that's similar to Interpreter. Live Translate converts spoken words from one language into another in real time and facilitates communication between people who speak different languages. This can be done with face-to-face conversations, making phone calls, or exchanging text messages. Note Assist. Auto formatting. With a single tap, Note Assist can format your notes for better readability and consistency. Summarization. It helps summarize lengthy notes. Spelling correction. Note Assist corrects spelling mistakes. And translation. If you're bilingual, you can instantly translate your notes into your preferred language. Also, custom note covers. Organize your thoughts by creating customized covers for different note categories. Then we have Transcript Assist. This easily converts spoken words into written text. You do this by opening the voice recorder app, select the recording, and tap Transcribe. Choose the language, and the transcription will appear. And then there's translation. You can translate the transcribed text into another language. Select the transcribed recording, tap the translation icon, and choose the target language. The translated text will display alongside the original. And summarization. It creates summaries of longer transcripts. So you tap Summary after selecting a transcribed recording, and keywords and essential points will be displayed. Then we have Browsing Assist. Samsung Browsing Assist is a set of Galaxy AI features integrated directly into the Samsung Internet web browser. It enhances your browsing experience in a couple of ways. One, it does summarization. Browsing Assist intelligently summarizes web page content using AI. You can choose between concise or detailed summaries, making it easier to grasp essential information without reading lengthy articles. And then translation, not only can it translate the summaries, but it also offers full web page translation. So if you encounter content in a language you're not familiar with, Browsing Assist has you covered. We have Generative Edit. Generative Edit serves two main purposes. One, subject editing. You can select subjects in photos and resize, move, or delete them. Galaxy AI will then edit the photo using generative AI. And leveling crooked photos. Generative AI analyzes the photo and fills it in the background to blend seamlessly. When you save these AI edited photos, a watermark indicates that AI was involved in the modification. Edit suggestion. Using this new feature, the Galaxy AI will analyze your photo and provide enhancement suggestions automatically. It is expected these suggestions will help you improve your photos effortlessly. And then we have AI-generated wallpaper. With the AI feature called Generative Wallpapers, a user can create their own unique and personalized wallpaper for their device. Start the process by providing a descriptive prompt of what you are looking to create, and you can then choose from existing templates or start fresh by creating something new. Now here's a personal point of view. Except for the on-the-fly language translation, I don't see myself using most of these features on my smartphone, mainly because the screen is too small. I much prefer to sit at my desk with two large monitors in front of me. Now, Generation Z, on the other hand, no doubt, will feel quite comfortable with this process. After all, these post-millennials, born between 1997 and 2012, are the first generation to grow up entirely in the digital age. AI with our smartphones. Artificial intelligence applications are now part of our smartphone experience, and these exciting features will only continue to expand. We've all used various personal assistants to enhance our daily tasks, from checking the weather to setting alarms. The new AI features for Samsung smartphones and other Samsung devices represent the next wave to help us with our photos, videos, language translations, and all the other aspects just mentioned. Now, all we need to do is learn how to use these features in order to enhance our technology experiences. Now, there's a lot to cover in this presentation, so what I'm going to do is include a link in the chat to an 11-minute YouTube clip titled Samsung One UI 6.1 Top Features You Must Know. This will give a better visual description of many of the things I just mentioned. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Thanks, Ray. It's interesting. You're right. Younger people, of course, use their mobile device for pretty much all their computing stuff, right?
Everything.
Everything. So it is a different group, and it's certainly AI and phones is a big deal.
I'm happy to be a senior citizen in this regard.
The bigger, the better. I always say it's bigger, the better. The bigger the monitor, the better it is, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. Great. All right. Bob, are you ready to roll? You got a couple of great videos for us. Should we buy a new AI computer?
The integration of artificial intelligence into smart devices is revolutionizing the smart home industry by making homes more intelligent, intuitive, and responsive to human needs. Here are detailed insights into how newer smart devices are utilizing AI. Voice assistants and digital assistants. Devices like Amazon Echo, Google Home, Apple HomePod, and Samsung Bixby are at the forefront. These assistants use AI to understand natural language commands, learn user preferences, and perform tasks, such as controlling smart home devices, providing information, and playing media. For example, as of 2023, Amazon's Miss A has been updated with a new large language model, enhancing its ability to understand and remember conversations for more personalized interactions. Smart security systems. AI is significantly improving home security systems. Devices like the Arlo Ultra 2 camera use AI to distinguish between people, vehicles, animals, and packages, reducing false alarms and providing more relevant alerts to users. Simply Safe security system uses AI to analyze potential threats and automate security protocols, offering proactive security measures. Smart thermostats. Devices like the Nest Learning Thermostat and ecobee Smart Thermostat use AI to learn the homeowner's schedule and temperature preferences. They automatically adjust the home's temperature for comfort and energy efficiency. For instance, the Nest thermostat can save up to 15% on cooling bills by learning and adapting to the homeowner's habits. Smart lighting systems. AI-powered smart lighting systems, such as Philips Hue, use AI to learn and adapt to the user's lighting preferences, adjusting the lighting based on the time of day or the activity taking place. These systems can also integrate with other smart home devices for automated routines, like dimming lights when a smart TV is turned on. Robot vacuums and mops. Devices like the iRobot Roomba 9 Plus and Ecovacs Dbot Osmo T8 AI-VI use AI to map the home's layout and navigate efficiently. They can identify and avoid obstacles, optimize cleaning paths, and even empty their dustbins. The AI allows these devices to clean more effectively and with less human intervention. Smart appliances. AI is being integrated into a wide range of smart appliances, from refrigerators to ovens. For example, the Samsung Family Hub refrigerator uses AI to recognize food items inside and suggest recipes based on available ingredients. LG's Think platform uses AI to distinguish issues with appliances and recommended maintenance. Health and wellness devices. AI-powered devices like the ℎ𝕝𝕉's sleep analyzer uses advanced sensors and AI algorithms to monitor sleep patterns, detect sleep apnea, and provide personalized recommendations for improving sleep quality. Energy management. AI is used in devices like the Tesla Powerwall to optimize energy storage and usage. It can predict energy needs based on historical data and weather forecasts, automatically storing energy when rates are low and supplying it when rates are high, reducing energy costs. In conclusion, AI is transforming smart home devices by making them more adaptive, efficient, and personalized. Stay safe, stay secure, and realize that as AI technology continues to evolve, we can expect even more innovative applications that will further enhance the convenience and functionality of smart homes. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, and thanks for watching and listening. The new interface in Zoom means I have to stop and start. Do I really need a laptop with an NPU chip? So you're really thinking about buying a new laptop in 2024? With all the tech jargon flying around, it's easy to feel like you need a PhD in computer science just to make a decision. Fear not. I'm here to break it down for you, especially when it comes to one of the hottest buzzwords in tech right now, the NPU chip. Let's dive into what this mysterious NPU is, and whether it's worth shelling out the extra cash for one. What in the world is an NPU chip? NPU stands for Neural Processing Unit. Think of it as a super brainy assistant living inside your laptop, designed specifically to handle tasks related to artificial intelligence and machine learning. While your regular CPU and GPU are like the versatile jacks of all trades, the NPU is a specialized superhero, trained to deal with complex AI calculations much faster and more efficiently. The price tag, are we talking big bucks? In 2024, laptops with NPU chips tend to be pricier than their NPU-less counterparts. We're not just talking a couple of extra lattes worth of difference. It can be a significant chunk of change. So the big question is it worth it? What can an NPU do for you? Before you decide, let's look at what having an NPU can actually do for you. Number 1, enhance performance in AI applications. If you're into AI-heavy tasks like voice recognition, image processing, or real-time language translation, an NPU can make these tasks snappier and more efficient. Imagine your laptop recognizing your voice commands almost instantly, or editing photos with jaw-dropping speed. Number 2, battery life. NPUs are power efficient. Offloading AI tasks from the CPU, GPU to the NPU can lead to better battery life. That means more binge watching your favorite series on a single charge. Number 3, future-proof. AI is the future, no doubt about it. Having an NPU might keep your laptop relevant longer, as software increasingly relies on AI capabilities. The flip side, do you really need it? Here's the twist. Not everyone needs an NPU. Number 1, casual users. If your laptop usage revolves around browsing the web, streaming videos, working on documents, and the occasional Zoom call, an NPU won't make much difference in your daily life. A good old CPU and GPU combo will serve you just fine. Number 2, online AI services. Many AI-driven tasks can be handled online. Platforms like Google Drive, Canva, and others offer cloud-based AI services. You can harness the power of AI without needing a specialized chip in your laptop. Number 3, budget-friendly alternatives. If you're tight on budget, investing in a high-quality laptop with a robust CPU and GPU might be a better option. These laptops can still handle most tasks efficiently and are generally more affordable. Making the decision. So should you fork out the extra dough for a laptop with an NPU chip? Here's a quick rundown to help you decide. Yes, go for it if you're into AI and machine learning development. You use AI-heavy applications regularly. You want to future-proof your laptop. No. Save your money if you're a casual user with standard computing needs, and or you prefer using online AI services, and or your budget is a major concern. Final thoughts. Buying a new laptop in 2024 can feel like navigating a tech jungle, but understanding your needs is key. An NPU chip is a powerful tool, but only if you actually need its capabilities. For many users, a traditional laptop setup will suffice and save you some serious cash. Stay safe, stay secure, and remember, the best laptop for you is the one that fits your needs and budget. Happy shopping, and may your new laptop bring you joy, productivity, and maybe even a little bit of AI magic, whether it has an NPU or not. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, and thanks for watching and listening.
Well done, Bob. Great video. Thanks. Very informative. Really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, really good. Really excellent. All right. We are moving now into our music outro. I want to thank everyone over on our YouTube page for coming. If you want to come over and participate in the Q&A, I know there's been some great presentations today. Maybe you have some questions. Pop over and come to our Zoom meeting and you can participate in the Q&A. Right now, I'm going to be signing off from our YouTube channel, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Don't forget, we have our Thursday show and also our premier educational service, which will be coming at half past the hour. All right, Ray, I'm just going to hit the stop live stream and we will let you take it over.
Thank you, sir. Share my screen here and okay, let me just do it this way. Today I'm going to be a little different. Today I'm going to be focusing not on the singer, but on the subject of a song. And that would be Willie Mays, often known as the Say Hey Kid. Willie Mays nicknamed the Say Hey Kid, and people have asked me why. Well, he would typically say hey instead of hi when meeting someone. He was a baseball legend and widely considered one of the greatest all-around players ever. He died of heart failure in Palo Alto, California on June 18th, 2024 at the age of 93. Now, thanks to Copilot, here is a glimpse into his outstanding career. Willie Howard Mays Jr., an American professional baseball center fielder. His remarkable career spanned 23 seasons in Major League Baseball. Here are some key points about his life and achievements on the field. He was born May 6, 1931, Westfield, Alabama. Mays was an all-around athlete. He played for the Birmingham Black Barons in the Negro American League before the New York Giants signed him in 1950. Mays made his Major League debut with the Giants in 1951, winning the Rookie of the Year award. Now, for accolades and achievements, 24-time All-Star, tying him for the second most in history. He won the National League Most Valuable Player award twice. Known for his exceptional fielding, he earned 12 Golden Glove awards in center field. And in 1954, he led the Giants to their last World Series before they moved to San Francisco. Mays' over-the-shoulder catch in Game 1 of the 1954 World Series remains one of the most famous baseball plays ever. He had 4 home runs in a single game, on April 30th, 1961. Mays also led the Giants to the 1962 World Series, though they lost to the New York Yankees. After the Giants moved to San Francisco, Mays continued to excel, winning another Most Valuable Player award in 1965. He finished his career with the New York Mets in 1972 and 1973. Mays retired with a career batting average of 301, 3,293 hits, and 660 home runs. At the time, that was second only to Babe Ruth. He was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1979. Now, today's song by the ℸ𝕝𝕝𝕟, titled Say Hey, the Willie Mays song, is from 1954, along with a quick glimpse of his remarkable baseball career. Growing up in New York City, we had 3 baseball teams, 3 great center fielders back in the 50s, Duke Snider, Willie, of course, and Mickey Mantle. But everybody loved Willie. They've never heard a bad word about him. He was terrific.
Mike Love came from Willie Mays. Not him himself, but it was his brand.
Yeah, and how tall was he? He looked like he really tall in the video there. He looked quite tall.
I don't think he was. He was about. I'm going to guess he was about 6 foot.
Okay.
He wasn't overly tall.
Because when he was running around those bases, he was really.
Yeah. Now I read that he actually purposely wore a cap that was one size too big, so it would fall off when he was making those runs.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's good.
I just checked with Miss A. He was 5'11".
Oh,
Okay.
Really? Oh, okay. There you
Okay,
go. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it just boom, get it right away. All right, listen, thanks so much, Ray. That was interesting. Sound was great. Sound was fine. Everything worked great with your computer today. Well done.
I'm back in business.
Yeah, I'm glad you figured out
I'm
glad you figured out what it was.
I don't think I have, but we'll find out.
All right. Well, now we're going to move into our Q&A. This is the official meeting will be over now, and we're going to have for the next 20 minutes. The panel will be here to answer any questions you have about anything you saw on the show today, or talk about anything you want. Don't forget, at 1/2 I've had a few comments about about our Premier educational video today. These are published as a Premier service on YouTube, and so that they're not public until 10:30. So if you click the link, of course, you won't be able to see them because they're not published, and they will be published at 10:30 Pacific time. And that's the way it always has worked. All right. So, Bob, you have the first question today.
Yeah, a comment on eBay, shopping on eBay. eBay is one of those great places where you get the stuff that isn't new anymore. We had cutlery, and it had a design on it. But over the years, the teaspoons disappeared. We were down to 4 teaspoons. And my wife went out and bought some cheap ones. And I didn't want to use those. So I went to eBay and I said, okay, here's the design we have. What can I find? And for a reasonable price, I now have 12 teaspoons again.
I know. Well, the problem, Bob, though, and I think we've talked about this a bit, is the shipping costs. And it depends on, particularly if in Canada, buying things in there, the shipping from the US is extremely expensive unless you're Amazon, right? Amazon seems to be able to do it at a really cheap price. But if you're buying on eBay in Canada, even the shipping prices can be very expensive. And I guess that's the big deal.
I do know that you can, one person will have one shipping price. Somebody else will have a different one. Some included as part of the price of the product that you're buying from them. So again, you're the purchaser. Look at all your options. And yes, there are going to be times, I order some stuff to come from Europe, and it's not the price of the product. It's where can I get the better shipping? Because quite often the shipping is more than the product price.
Right.
Same would go for if you're ordering something from the US and you're in Canada. You have to do your own shopping and be cognizant of the different offers available.
Jim Glass. Hello, Jim. We tried to unmute you and get you to talk earlier. Oh, there he comes. Unmute. Unmute. Jim.
You're muted, Jim.
You're muted.
I know.
Now you're muted again. Unmute. Don't just hold the space bar.
There you go. We can hear you.
Okay, good. Does anybody have any ideas on getting rid of the two-factor authentication? I'm having a real problem because I'm losing my eyesight and my hearing. And a lot of the stuff that they use is not visible, or you can't understand what they're saying. So like last night, I must have spent half an hour going through characters until I could finally find something that I could approximate on that CAPTCHA program. For those of
CAPTCHA
us
is not
with,
two-factor.
okay,
CAPTCHA is entirely different from two-factor. Two-factor would be sending you an email with a code or sending you a text message or some other way, but it's not a CAPTCHA. I've yet to see a second factor being a CAPTCHA.
But I think CAPTCHA has an audio option too.
It does.
yeah, but
Yeah, so it says you can't
the
hear it
problem with their audio is that they have so much background noise
Yeah, it's not
that
clear.
when you're hard of hearing, which is me, amongst
Yep.
other things, I can't distinguish what they're saying.
Wow.
So
On the,
I'd
on
like
the
to get rid of
CAPTCHAs,
it.
yeah, on the CAPTCHAs, that's something that a site has
Turn
something
on.
you need to do to verify. You don't have much of a choice except to keep trying. And hopefully one of them will be something you can decipher. But that's a website choice. That is not a two-factor choice.
So
There's
but
nothing
that's
you can
not
do.
coming from CAPTCHA itself. They're just the program that a website is using. Is that right?
The website chose to make sure you're a human being rather than a bot by making you go through this hoops of identifying articles or something within a CAPTCHA. And CAPTCHAs can have many different ways. CAPTCHAs can also make you answer questions, which is the easier of the two. But most of them are matching how many traffic lights or how many motorcycles or bicycles or that kind of stuff.
And I bet soon the AI will be able to do that. And
Actually, AI already can, which is why many places have stopped using CAPTCHAs.
Jim, in this past Tech for Senior newsletter, I had an article about reCAPTCHA, as well as the fact that, yes, you're correct. It is up to the website to determine what they want to use. And so they use, so it's different from different websites.
Okay, well, remember that term, SOL. That's
Right.
me.
And just don't turn off two-factor authentication. That's a good thing. So leave that on.
Yeah, well, basically, once I get the computer set up, I just never turn it off, so I don't have to screw around with that stuff.
Okay.
But anyway, thank you guys.
Okay. Tim, go ahead.
Hello, this is on eBay too. I've been a eBay customer for over 25 years. I hardly ever buy new computer stuff, and 99.999% of my purchases are computer related. I buy used equipment, especially business class machines versus consumer grade. Business class, like a company or a medical center, has lots of computers. They are on lease. They get turned in, or the company goes out of business and the stuff is sold. Either case, it'll last usually 10 years or more compared to about 5 years for consumer grade. So that's a factor. The shipping cost. I've seen some shipping costs that are so ridiculous, along with sale price that's so ridiculous. It's laughable. I mean, if you want comedy, that's one place where you can find some real comedy, just seeing the absurd prices and shipping costs. But on shipping costs, it depends on where the business or person who is selling the item is located in relation to post offices. The closer they are, usually the cheaper the shipping cost is, unless it's expedited. On the other hand, the more rural the business or person is, the higher the U.S. postal cost is. I've also bought even out of Canada, out of China, a little bit out of Europe too. So you have to shop around, and eBay in general will give you a very, very big view of U.S., North America, or the whatever's around the world that's using eBay.
Tim, I think one of the differences when we buy equipment on Amazon, it's Amazon that's doing the shipping, so it's all one playing field. When we're buying stuff on eBay, the shipping can be many different ways to be shipped, so that's why it's so different. Is that a fair assessment?
That's correct. And however, I'll say probably 80% or more is through the U.S. postal system. Mm-hmm. Only FedEx and UPS are much, much lower in offerings. So generally speaking, if there's a higher price, check to see what it says. If it says it's expedited, you can get your item in probably about 3 business days. And most often that's through FedEx or UPS. But through the post office, you're talking at least close to a week, even on expedited.
Have you ever sort of said to a seller, hey, I don't need it that quickly, just put it in the post office and send it, it doesn't need to be expedited. Would they adjust the shipping price and change it?
Some may, but I will tell you this, eBay, at least used to, and I don't know if it still is true, when an item is sold by a seller, eBay gets a percentage of the sale price. They also used to, and I don't know if they still do, get a percentage of the shipping price.
Oh.
Not a joke.
Oh.
So you have that kind of a situation you wouldn't find on Amazon. On Amazon, you know what you're going to get, when you're going to get it, unless it's a third-party seller.
Right.
Then sometimes it takes longer to get it because it may come through United Postal System or through FedEx or UPS. You don't know always how you're going to get that. It's only the real items Amazon has that will come through an Amazon delivery vehicle, and the shipping cost is built into the price.
Right.
Usually third-party sellers are not accepted by Prime.
Okay. At the moment, I haven't done a lot of Amazon, but I have gotten items through third-party sellers, and it says they're Prime. So I don't know.
Correct. I have too.
And so you have to be careful. And I'm not joking when I say that. There is also a case where the people who are out there selling this stuff, you do have to know, especially in computer stuff or antique rare item type of things, you got to know what you are looking at very carefully to make sure you're not getting ripped off. And usually if you go through PayPal, they are backing you up. And if you got a problem, and I just recently had one, it turned out the seller had stuff posted for 20 days. He didn't know that I had bought the item, never shipped. So I finally said through eBay, item not received. Somehow they got a hold of him. He apologized. He sent it priority, and the problem is resolved. But I've also had a few items where they have to tell you everything about the item. And some items they miss, and you can get a discount, a refund discount on that sale, or you can cancel the sale. And some will give you a return, but you got to watch it. There are items out there I'm seeing more lately that the component parts, in some cases, they will not accept returns. If you don't spot that and you're dissatisfied, you may not have an option.
All right, we got to move on. There's a few people waiting and we just running out of time. David, go ahead.
I just had a comment for general comment. Bob was in the Toronto Club meeting last week and we were talking about NVIDIA. Bob, you hit it bang on. Look what happened to it. So anyhow, another plug for Bob. Thanks. That's it. That's all I had to say.
Good one. Don't give him too many accolades. You know, we do a lot of that too. So, all right. Murray, go ahead. Quick question.
Yeah, I was just going to say that in Canada, another thing you got to watch for if you're buying from eBay or places like that is the brokerage fee. I once ordered something, the shipping fees were reasonable, came by UPS. I got a bill from UPS for it was a $10 item, a brokerage fee of $30 that I had to pay.
Right.
So, and that's something that is not shown in any of these things. UPS is particularly bad for that. The U.S. Postal Service and Canada Post are a little bit more reasonable, but they still have them, and you got to watch for that.
Yeah, that's very true, Murray. And that's another nice thing about Amazon. They have their own brokerage service, so it's not a problem. So if you order Amazon,
I was talking about eBay and those.
No,
places.
I know.
Yeah, for Amazon, you don't have to worry about that.
That's right. Yeah, Jim, you've got a quick question before we finish. Hello, Jim.
He's on the phone.
All right, Bill James.
I was just going to say, I think the important part about using eBay is communicating with the seller. So it doesn't hurt if you have something that you're interested in, is to shoot them an email or make a comment, and they'll get back with you. And a lot of that stuff is negotiable.
Yeah, but they don't know about brokerage fees in Canada.
Okay, well,
then you as a buyer have to be aware of it.
Yeah, just
called caveat emptor.
Yeah, just communicate with the seller and see what they take.
Yeah, but like Murray said, like a lot of times if you bought a item from in the US to Canada, they might not understand what a brokerage fee. They'll say, oh, we'll just ship it up there and it'll all be fine. And then boom, like Murray says, you get bingo, you get a big brokerage fee added on. They don't understand that. It's not something that, and they're not paying for it. It's what the receiver is paying for that. And so it does sneak up on you, like Murray said. So you have to be careful, particularly shipping from across country. All right, it is 20 after. We have to go. Thanks everyone for coming. We do appreciate you coming and listening. Thank you so much. Huey, of course, will be go Panthers. Huey, of course, will be, you know, I got to stop those guys from sharing. I've got to stop Chris and Jim. Turn them out. Anyway, thanks so much for being here. And Huey will, of course, be emceeing next week. So be sure and give Huey lots of applause and accolades next week. Don't forget our Thursday show will be on, of course, this Thursday. We're going to continue with the AI discussion and talk, which I think Bob had some great ideas today. So we'll be pursuing those as well and seeing if you want to pay any extra for AI and Amazon for your Echo devices. So all sorts of things on Thursday we're going to be talking about. And don't forget, as I said, our premiere version will be starting in about 8 minutes from now. Some good stuff there. All right. Thanks, everyone. Until next week.
Bye, everybody.
Have a great week.
So long.